Well, we obviously talked to you throughout the season, but it seemed like whenever we discussed how your year was going, it seemed like your line was always, there's always positive things happening. It wasn't always the same group, but whatever group you guys had, you guys seemed like you were moving the needle in the right direction. Is that how it felt for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think the fourth line as a group, no matter who it was doing good things at most points of the year. Maybe a little lull in the middle of the season, but other than that, I think we did a good job, and that's a credit to those guys I was playing with, whether it be Sammy, Dre, Haji, Frankie. There's a little mixed bag there, but I think overall we did a really good job.
Obviously, last year was tough in some points. Missed some games, but this year you come back and have a career high in games played. What was this season like coming back for you and playing almost a full season?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously coming off of last season when I played 9 games, to play, I don't even know how many I played, but like you said, a career high was great. I can't say I was healthy for all of them, but to be mostly healthy and play in that number of games was great, and it was just a good season for us in general.
How important was the start for you and being ready and getting that Australia invite and kind of getting off on the right foot there?
Oh, it was huge. I'm very grateful for that opportunity to go to Australia. It was a blast, an experience that I'll remember forever, and I do think it just set me off to the start of the year. I started the year really, really well. Wish that would have kept going, but you know what, it was maybe unexpected, and maybe set my expectations for how my season was going to play out a little bit unrealistically, to be honest with you. So but yeah, I started the year really well, and I was just super confident, super excited to be back. And I had a little slip in the middle of the year, but I think I finished the season really well too. So overall, I'm happy with my season. Super proud of the group of guys that we had, and I think we were right there. We were so close to pulling this thing off and going on a real deep run, but that's the way she goes. We'll learn from it and move on.
How important was it to not only for you to have that start, but the whole group getting the chance to be in Kings camp and playing some NHL preseason games basically as your group? I mean, how important was that? Even though you lost the first couple games of the regular season, it seemed like it set you guys up to be a close group and a tight-knit group.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. The group was together basically from day one, with the Kings being in Australia, and there was only a handful of us Reign guys that were on that trip. So it was all the Kings, or all the guys here were together from day one. So that was huge. I think we were such a tight group right from the very start. I mean, the majority of us have been here coming up 2-3 years now, and the guys we added in seem to be older guys, veteran guys that slide into a locker room really easy. So I think you could see that from day one. You could see it on the ice all season long, and it was just a fun thing to be a part of.
Kind of the largest veteran group we've seen here, at least since we've been here. So what was it like being a core member of that group, one of the longest tenured players here, and then having that opportunity to serve as that kind of veteran leadership group?
Yeah, it's great. It's something I take a lot of pride in, and it's a fun group to be a part of. I mean, most teams have that group of three, 4 leaders. We had 10, and I mean, everyone brings their own type of leadership, but we really did have a huge core group of older guys that have been around and seen some stuff, and I think it trickled throughout the room, throughout the organization. I think we were feeling really good about ourselves. Ran into some bad bounces, a good Coachella team obviously, but I think that truthfully that series could have gone either way. If we win game 1, I think it's a different story. So that's not taking anything away from them. We didn't play our best. They played well. So I think, but that being said, I do think we were right there and not far off.
This year, you had a goal, obviously, of staying healthy. You had to work at it for last season and into the off season. Same thing was true for Akil Thomas, Jacob Bingham. I know you guys were really tight. what was it like to see those guys both have really good years too, and see that the work that you did during last year paid off this year?
It was awesome. Yeah, we spent a lot of time together, maybe too much time together last season, and yeah, all three of us worked so hard to get back. It really was a special thing to watch. Iggy had a good year, played really well. When he was up here, had a great year in Greenville, and that was cool to see. And Akil, like seeing him play in the NHL really was awesome to see. He played well when he was there. To watch his journey and watch him grow as a person from his first year here has been awesome to watch, and to see him play in the NHL and play well in the NHL was really cool. And he took a huge step for us, just when he was with the Reign, leadership wise, playing wise. Day in, day out, one of our best players. I think that's hard to argue. So, and that's a credit to him with the way he works, the way he carries himself. It's just happy for him.
Now, you were here when guys like Killer and Turks and Mads and Sammy all first came in.
Right.
What's it been like watching them grow these last couple of years, still as a teammate since then?
Yeah, it's been awesome. A lot of these guys were young kids when they got here, right? It was 4 years ago now for some of them. So, it's been cool to watch them grow as players, as person, or as people. It's one of my favorite things about doing this, right? Like, I'm one of the old dogs now. I'm 30 years old, and watching kids when they get here turn into men is a cool thing for me, and one of my favorite parts of the job.
What does your summer look like? I know you've kind of made it a point to be around the last couple of years. Is that the same thing here?
Yep, same thing. Take a couple weeks off here and get working out. Take a little while off of skating. We'll go back to Montana late June, early July. Come back and get right back to it. So looking forward to next year.
What are some of the things you guys like to do in the summer as a family?
Go to cabin, go fly fishing over the 4th of July. My whole family, both sides of my family, meet at a cabin on the river and do some fly fishing over the 4th. So that's definitely circled on my calendar.